Hello mga kabibig, welcome back sa Limbagong YouTube channel. Ito ang pinakamaingay na YouTuber sa balat ng YouTube. Ako si Kabibig, maglabag-labag na tayo with evidence. So ito na kabibig, kanina kung sino nakapanood sa Justice Committee, hearing kanina tungkol sa impeachment ni Bibi Sara. Nako grabe, mali-mali pala yung mga ibang grounds for impeachment ni Bibi Sara na kung saan sponsor si Dilima. Talagang pinanindigan ni Dilima na tama siya. Kaya, nagisa siya ni Congressman Rufus. Gisang-gisa si Dilima. Parang ang mga kakampit ngayon sabi niya, ano ba naman si Dilima, nakakahiya. Mali-mali pala yung mga grounds for impeachment. Para lang talaga merong grounds for impeachment para kay VP Sara, gagawin lahat kahit mali-mali pa. 'Di ba? Hindi pinag-isipan, basta lang may grounds for impeachment kay VP Sara at makapag-sumiti sila, makapagsampa sila ng impeachment kay VP Sara kahit hindi panahon na yung mga di umano'y mga kasalanan ni VP Sara hindi nga sa panahon na vice presidente siya, mayor pa siya, isinali nila. Ano ba naman yan? Kaya ginisa talaga si Lile de Lima. Ito kabibiga, ganito yung paggisa ni Lile de Lima kabibig. Natatawa na lang ako kasi si Lile de Lima, he also defended herself, pero mali talaga. Oo. Kung manood ka na, parang matatawa ka na lang ni Lile de Lima kung ano mga pinagsasabi niya.
But then, the Vice President has appealed this to the Commission on...
Katulad ng
Sabi ko,
orderly deliberation, manifestation which is the determination 5 minutes, the answer 5 minutes. If you wish to continue with your point of argument, you will be given your opportunity on the second round. That is in the interest of fairness and equality because the other members wishes to make their manifestation as well. So I will be calling the Honorable Rodriguez, and if there will be no more members, aside from Hong Jokno, we will be going back to you, Honorable Suntay,
Reply.
after the first round. Honorable Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair, distinguished colleagues, the respected endorsers.
yeah.
Let me just comment first on the prefatory statement. Yesterday, I really acknowledge the statement and the lyrics given by the Honorable De Lima on whatever you go to come here, get here, by train, by car, by plane, by boat. And that is the song, Get Here, by Oleta Adams. Thank you. But in the prefatory statement, it seems that the prefatory statement is from the man from La Mancha, the impossible dream. I like to ask,
Impossible
is the
dream.
quest to impeach the Vice President an impossible dream?
not at all.
Okay, so the prefatory statement should have been changed. There should be something more positive than negative. Otherwise, impossible dream is an impossible dream. But anyway, I go now, Madam Chair, to
Yes,
the
Dilima.
grounds. We will methodically go into the grounds to try to go to trial against the Vice President. So, number one, the first ground is Vice President Duterte committed culpable violation of the Constitution. There is none. There's no direct. We cannot have a violation of general principles of state policies. There has to be a point, according to the Supreme Court, there has to be clear, specific provision that is directly violated by the impeachable official. There is
Gagawin
none.
Dilima, mali.
There is no allegation on that.
Halak ka.
Next, and this is where there is what we have to discuss because there are many underlying grounds for betrayal of public trust.
Correct.
The first one as stated in the complaint is committing plunder. Madam Chair, plunder is under Republic Act 7080. You have to put in here all the elements of
Tama.
plunder,
Tama.
which are four: misappropriation, conversion, misuse or malversation of public funds, receiving the commissions. He receives the money, the kickbacks. You see, illegal fraudulent conveyance of assets or taking advantage. All of these were not alleged in the complaint. So we take
Good.
out plunder. Now,
Na-
malversation. Malversation is governed, Madam Chair, by our the law on Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code. So there are also requirements for malversation to support
Okay.
betrayal of public trust. And the elements here is that the offender is public officer, and as decided by the Supreme Court, she should be an accountable officer. The Vice President is not an accountable officer.
Agoy.
Oh, who are the accountable officers? By definition, according to the Supreme Court, accountable officers are cashiers, treasurers, property officers, and the like. She is the Vice President. So therefore, this malversation cannot prosper as stated directly. However,
Agoy.
this is where it will be. However, there is allegation here
Mhm.
that there is conspiracy. Ayan. The accountable officer, if there is conspiracy by the head of office,
Mhm.
under the ruling of the Supreme Court, there may be malversation
Maybe.
through conspiracy. That is what they are going to therefore make as a support for committing betrayal of public trust. And then, graft and corruption. It is governed by Republic Act 3019, Article 3. So, paragraph 3, E, F. And there is also no clear allegation that because of
clear
his office,
allegation.
she gave due advantage or she received kickbacks. This is confidential funds. And so therefore, Madam Chair, we could not also say that there is graft and corruption.
Ooh.
Secondly, and lastly, other high crimes very far from it. In this case, the allegation is that there is a misappropriation of 500 million in the OVP. 125 of that was 2022, 375 in 2000. Now, what is the status now of that particular finding by the COA? Madam Chair, the COA saw that there is lack of funds, that lack of supporting documents, documentary evidence of payments. But there is no COA finding of corruption
Ooh.
of the Vice President. This is just the lack of documentary evidence of payments to the respective beneficiaries. And then we also have, Madam Chair, in this case, graft and corruption is defined, the Supreme Court said it's about 3019. So in this case, there is no, when did the Vice President receive the money?
Tama.
Where was it deposited? So, therefore, receiving these gifts or kickbacks under under 3019.
If I may interrupt, Honorable Rodriguez, you are more than 5
I'm
minutes,
just going
so
to wind
kindly
up,
wrap
Madam
up.
Chair. I'm just going to wind up. And then other high crimes, it is far from other high crimes. So therefore, Madam Chair, these are my observations, and we are going to say, and I'm going to state here, that as far as betrayal of public trust, there is a recital of facts sufficient, substance in substance, to go to trial. The particular case here, there was observation, audit observation, and there was notice of disallowance. That's correct. But then the Vice President has appealed this to the Commission on Audit. As to allegations found by our committees on Mary Piatos, these are to be explained in the trial. And so therefore, I find that the first ground, there is substance in substance of this one. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yun. Yun kabibig. Oh. Sabi ni Elmer Laureta, sabi ni si Elmer na salita talaga. Unahin nyo yung malaking kinalimbat, trilyon, huwag yung dayain sistema, lumalaban kayo ng patas. Imbis tulungan ang mga OFW, bakit unahin nyo ang impeachment na yan? Na kayo ang sakim sa pera, alam ng Diyos yan kung sino ang gumawa ng masama sa kaban ng bayan. Buti pa kami hindi professional, alam namin ang batas. Galing ng mga congressman, Rufus Rodriguez, brilliance. Screening pa lang basag na yung complaint file allegation. May matitino pa palang congressman kasi halos lahat bulok. Tulungan nyo mga OFW na ipit sa gira, inuna nyo pa yan. Yan mga komento ng mga netizen, parang nagalit na sila. Ito pa kabibig ha.
Section
Congressman Rufus pa din to.
Section 2 of Article 11 enumerates the officials that will be impeached. I cannot see here the Secretary of DepEd to be impeached. In other words, Madam Chair, these allegations about actuations of Vice President Sara as a duly appointed Secretary of Education is not within the jurisdiction of an impeachment court. We're not impeaching here a Secretary of Education. In fact, Madam Chair, it is very clear that once you are able to see there are some grounds of the Vice President to be able to be tried in the Senate, it is only a removal from office of the Vice President and perpetual disqualification. In the case of the second ground, specifically, it talks about actions of the confidential funds in the Department of Education. Madam Chair, the Executive Order 292 of the late President Cory Aquino under his legislative powers in 1987 provides that the office of the Vice President is totally different from the office of the Secretary of a Department.
Pahiya si Lila de Lima.
Section 2 of Article 11.
Pahiya to si Lila de Lima. Ito pa. Ito. Pahiya si Lila de Lima, or? Ito na kami pakinig tayo.
7, VP Sara served as... So therefore, paragraph 107, VP Sara served as Vice Mayor of Davao City between 2007 2010. Then served as Mayor 2010 to 2022. Clearly, this is not within the Vice Presidency of Sara Duterte.
Ooh.
So this allegation does not give substance to an offense committed by the Vice President. So therefore,
Leila de Lima, pahiya ka tuloy. Good job, Kong. Defend the truth, not politically motivated impeachment. Politically motivated and informed. Naghahanda na ang ibang bansa sa posibleng pangdaigdigang digmaan at pagmahal ng gasolina. Pero dito sa Pinas, mga politiko, unang inaatupag ang impeachment. Ang pangalawang pangulo, wow. Correct, tama si Kong Rufus. Palpak lahat ng impeachment, mukha lang matunog. Naloko na, akala na pwede isama sa impeachment. Proud Cagayanon here. Congressman Rufus is soldier of revolution and man of revolution. Revelation. Rufus is focused. Tama talaga dahil nasubayaran ang utang at may pondo ang Davao habang siya ang mayor. Thank you sa ibang kongresista. Iba talaga kapag may alam sa batas at pinapairal talaga ang katotohanan base sa kung anong nakasaad sa ligang batas. God bless you more, Kong. Galing ni Congressman Rufus Rodriguez ng CDO, Bartap Natcher, summa cum laude. Ooh, yun pala kabibig. So, yun kabibig, parang wala parang basura yung mga grounds for impeachment ni VP Sara na sponsored by Leila de Lima. Hindi makakalita si Leila de Lima. Yun lang kabibig. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye everyone. See you next time. Pero grabe, no? Bilib ako kay Congressman Rufus. Talagang iniisa-isa niya. At the same time, in-explain niya based sa konstitusyon. May constitutional law na kanyang ibinahagi, tapos kinukonek nila ang grounds for impeachment ni VP Sara. At doon parang, ewan ko kay De Lima kung ano ang kanyang reaction. Hindi ko rin siya pinapanood kasi alam naman natin na sabi ng iba, yung ginawa nila De Lima, it's a revenge. Halata naman, politically motivated. At the same time, sabi nga ni Congressman Suntay, kung talaga yung mga aligasyon ng 18 Marines ay tumanggap kayo ng maleta or di kaya paper bag ng pera, mag-inhibit kayo. Huwag kayong bumoto na may substance or kailangan ng trial ang impeachment ni VP Sara kasi nakakahiya. Kasi dapat pa rin kayong imbestigahan. Nasali kayo sa listahan ng mga ex-Marines. Sabi ni Congressman Suntay. Tama naman si Congressman Suntay kasi nawawala ng delikadesa, nawawala ng saysay. At the same time, palagi yung tinatanong ng mga tao, alam na namin yan, maleta yan nakatanggap yan ng maleta, nakatanggap yan ng paper. Pero yung parang wala na ba? Parang wala ng substance. Parang ang mga tao, ang liliit or parang nilo-look down na nila ang House of Representatives, 'di ba? Sabi ng iba, unahin niyo munang tulungan ang mga OFW sa Middle East kumpara maggawa-gawa ka ng impeachment diyan. Para saan ba sa impeachment? Marami bang matulungan ang mga Pilipino? Tataas ba ekonomiya? Ay, yun lang kabibig. Bye everyone, see you next time. Grabe, no?